go around the Olympics. And we gonna go around the Olympics because it's Olympic time. So why not instead of focus on basketball while we talk about other things that's going on? Because the Olympics is a big thing that's happening. So I figure we can do that.
Absolutely.
So to begin it off, this was something I didn't expect to happen in the second round for tennis. But Novak Djokovic defeated Rafa Nadal in straight sets, even though that second set got a lot closer than people would have liked it if you were a Djokovic fan, because he went from 4-0 to 4-4 before Djokovic finished it off. And Djokovic now leads the all-time series with Novak 31-29.
Right. It's still really, really close. I think it's no surprise that of them saying that the rivalry is not over. I still expect to see them go back and forth for probably another 5, 6 years. And I mean, somebody had to lose. So,
Nah, I think Rafa will. I think I give Rafa probably 1 year, if not this upcoming U.S. Open, he probably go one more round because he didn't get to play at Wimbledon. But I think
okay.
Rafa's gonna get. I think Rafa's getting ready to call it a quits.
I don't know.
I think a couple more years. I really do think it's going to be a couple more years. What he might do is start to lessen the amount of appearances he has
Right. Yeah.
for some longevity. But I think he's going to be around a couple more years.
You think he's gonna be around a couple more years?
I think he'll be around a couple more years. It could even be up to 5, like Megan's saying. But I think he still got it right. He may understand that he can't go all the time like he could at one point, but I
Right.
mean, he still got enough where he can get it done. It's just kind of maneuvering when you go. That's what you start to learn when you get a little bit older. You're still in the game.
Right.
And by the way, just to let y'all know, even though we talking basketball, we letting y'all know we can talk other sports too. And by the way, we are keeping an eye on the women's gymnastic teams as they are going for gold.
Literally.
Simone Biles just finished up her float exercise, and USA has the front lead for gold at the moment. So we are keeping an eye on that, and when we get final word on that finale, we will let you know what's going on. Speaking of gymnastics, as the fourth member of the group, the man from the morning show, Cole Johnson, who has fixed his technical difficulties from this morning. We can catch him on screen, Cole Johnson.
Oh,
Thank you.
good to see you, sir.
It's good to see you, Cole. Thank you, Playmaker, for the invite. Megan, it is an honor to be with you again.
Awesome. Same.
See, around the Olympics, the men gymnastics did something that has not been done since 2008.
Yes, they did.
They took home the bronze medal. Shout out to the men. They was on a mission. Obviously, the mission was gold medal, but the mission at hand itself was to get back on the podium, which the
Yes,
men
sir.
gymnastics
Right.
is on yesterday.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
Coach Johnson,
you need a starting point, and I think this is definitely a starting point for a turnaround in that program. I mean, not that they've been terrible, but just not what the women have been over the last 16 years or so. And well deserved. Glad for them. This is that point where they can turn things around.
Cole Johnson, anything? The men gymnastics finally did something that hasn't been done.
In
Anything?
16
Okay.
years.
Yep.
Uh, I watched a little bit of the men's qualifying Saturday, and yeah, what I was noticing there's a different energy that I have seen with the gymnastics team this year than I have seen in recent years. I mean, just thinking from 2012 to 2016 team to 2021 or 20 team, you almost had the feeling that even even when NBC was promoting all the people you should look out for, uh, you didn't even hear a mention of them, the
Right.
men's side.
Right.
You know,
Hold on, not to cut you off, Cole. The women's gymnastics, they have done it.
Yes, they have. They are in the middle.
Gold medal for the women's gymnastics team.
That's awesome.
Yes, yes.
and you went right to what I was about to say, and with good reason, because well, it's hard. It basically the soccer's going through the same thing. The the men have been absolutely ridiculously horrible, but the women have just simply been the bee's knees of the world.
Dominant, yeah.
Right.
And they've just dominated. And the same thing with gymnastics. You didn't hear a peep about the gymnastics team. And so when I got a chance to see them Saturday, I'm like, okay, so there might be some potential here. All right. They're actually pumping up. They're pumping up the gymnasts. Talking about the men gymnasts. They're actually pumping up the gymnasts as viable candidates to compete. Not, well, this is a heartwarming, heart-touching story, and and we want you to root for them because, well, they have a great American story. It wasn't like that. So I was actually getting into that, and I actually ended up liking their chances.
Yeah.
And
the
here they pull the bronze.
The men are dogs. They had a lot of passion out there, man. You could just see it. Like I watched the finals and everything last night, and I had watched them some Saturday too, like Cole was saying. And it was just enjoyable to see them because they were so into it. Their parents were into it. There were other gymnastics. The ladies were at one of the things cheering them on, and other Olympic people were there and celebrities. So you could kind of feel people having excitement about them too. And I think they have a bright future. And their young brother on the team, I think he's only 20. Oh, he's going to be a star.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing when I was eyeing him. I'm like, man, when the Olympics come to LA in 2028, I'm thinking he actually has a chance to have a gold medal all around. Yep. So I want to see how that is. I want to see how that goes.
I'm jumping around, but Coco gonna dominate in 2028. I know she mad. She gonna dominate.
Yeah.
Well, she's gonna grow. She's gonna grow into her game more. So I'm not really surprised that she lost. I'm surprised how early she lost, though.
I agree.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I don't know that I necessarily thought she was going to take gold, but to get knocked out in the second round.
That I was surprised. I was surprised as the when, not if. But yes, I agree with you too, Cole. I think Coco's going to dominate LA and probably bring home a gold because she's going to grow into her game more.
I can tell you the women's gymnastics team, they won by over 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And the beautiful thing about their team, that team is not just Simone Biles.
Oh, facts.
They have the
Suni is one of my favorites. I love watching her.
Suni Lee,
that
Jordan
Childs.
That
woman. Ooh, I could watch her. I could watch her on the beam all day long.
Right, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So congratulations to the ladies. Speaking of ladies, Summer McIntosh from Canada in swimming dusted everybody. When I say dusted everybody, I mean dusted everybody.
What event?
I want to say the 100 meter, if I remember correctly. It was no contest. She was gone.
There was some of them that was
same with Katie Ledecky earlier today too.
Katie Ledecky earlier today. That was the 1500 meter.
Oh, that's her. Yeah. That's a competition. That's her competition. Yeah.
When she got halfway past the other turn, the rest of the competition was just coming back the way she just came from.
Right. Yeah.
That's how bad she dusted them.
Yeah, she won her heat by 17 seconds, y'all.
So I'm like,
it's insane.
That's Katie Ledecky.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what she does.
Sounds like the 400 just. That just gets you started. I'm like, okay, I got it. All right. you need them long distances to get you going. Right. Okay, got it.
Right. She was gone. So watch out. Canada, they got a swimmer. Just like Australia. That's starting to become an interesting rivalry between the three countries, United States, Canada, and Australia when it comes to women swimming.
Right.
The Australian women talking mad noise.
They got every right to do so too.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm about to say I saw that 400 meter final. I'm like, yep.
That was no contest either.
Yeah. I was
what's her name? Tim's dusted everybody.
Yeah, I was like, well, hey, it's not trash talk. You can back it up. I'm like, okay, cool. All I can do is salute you.
And since we are talking about friends, I will be remiss to mention Leon Machet from France.
Yeah, Leon Machet. Yeah.
He dusted his competition as well in France.
Wait. Where does he practice here in the States?
He is coached by the same coach who coached Michael Phelps.
So they're talking about the Baltimore area then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And it's interesting by those times being so fast like that when they're not known. This pool is not a fast pool.
That's a good point, Megan. Yeah.
Yep. Women's soccer, look out. They are coming back with a vengeance.
Sophia Smith.
Yeah, the last go around, they got a lot of flack for they take silver.
No, they ain't make it. They ain't
no,
put them
they didn't medal, did they?
They ain't medal at all. At the
yeah,
World
they didn't
Cup.
medal. They didn't.
It was Canada that knocked them out, I believe, right? Canada knocked them out. It was one of those where we had a complete changing in dynasties, and every dynasty comes to an end. I remember that last go around with the older players, and that was my thought. It was like, man, ladies, there's a lot of y'all that it was time to hang it up, and when they did, because it was time, it just takes time for some of these younger players to acclimate and play with each other, whereas those ladies have been playing with each other 20, 25 years. And so now we're starting to see it gel together and it come together right. So
they on a vengeance. They beat Germany. I believe they beat Germany 4-1 the other day.
Goodness.
Yeah. And it was like,
they
oh boy.
Yeah, they weren't playing.
It's like, y'all better get ready.
I saw the highlights of that one. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm seeing something I haven't seen in a few years from this group. Okay.
Right.
They are coming with vengeance.
I pay very close attention to all soccer because my child plays soccer. So I see a lot of soccer. I'm about to get into where I'm gonna be watching soccer like every weekend for about the next 3 months. So I'm always paying extra close attention to soccer. And I'm very impressed with how just free flowing they were. They were very confident. They were taking shots. Accuracy was on point. Lots of shots on goal. You don't make them all because you're playing against the best talent in the world, but that aggressiveness, that ability to just continually attack the goal is going to crack, and they did.
So it wasn't just me, because I was thinking, I was like, this group looks a little different than the Megan Rapinoe group.
Right.
Because it seemed like they just dominated you with skill, that group. Yeah. This one, they seem to be no more athletic and aggressive.
Yeah, because when you start to get, more advanced in age playing any sport, you have to be smarter, and you're not necessarily as, aggressive. This is a young group. Right. So they're out there like, we trying to establish ourselves. And they're doing a good job, and I think they will continue to. I like what I'm seeing from them. A lot of confidence, a lot of swagger, a lot of celebration. Some of the stuff we saw from the young previous group when they started out. We're starting to see this from this group, and I like it.
Speaking of soccer, the men's under 23 soccer team up 2-0 over Guinea, and they are on track to make it to the knockout stage.
Yeah.
With this result that's going on right now, they are at the 69th minute of that game.
Awesome.
So they say them keep it up. Let me go to rugby for a minute.
Ooh-wee.
I watched
the men. The way they had.
The men, when you go against Australia, we know what's coming. Australia, they love them rugby. So
yeah.
Took one on the chin against Australia. Unfortunately, the men couldn't medal. The women, on the other hand.
Not surprised.
Right.
Yeah. First, they was in the semifinals match earlier today against New Zealand. Didn't go the way that they wanted. So they had to settle for the bronze game. And in the bronze game, on the final play of action, USA snatched bronze from Australia.
Yes, they did.
The first time the United States has medaled at rugby in 100 years.
Wow.
Hey, but on the New Zealand team, their team captain is crazy good. Like, she's one of those that has won every single award that you can win, every single accomplishment, like 20 times over. Like, she's one of those. I'll have to look it up and find it, but I wasn't too surprised by the results. I know the U.S. women were favored, but honestly, when I was looking at that, I personally didn't agree with that. I was like, I don't know, New Zealand, and
you're talking about now the 3-time reigning gold medal champions, New Zealand, who beat Canada
to win the gold medal.
Right.
I was about to say that's their
Right.
sport, so yeah, I couldn't say that either.
Yeah, like I said, I know the American women were favored, but I didn't see it happening personally.
Yeah, and the American women were good. The American women were good, but I'm like, I don't know if I was thinking the same thing with you, Megan. I was like, I don't know if they're the world's best.
When they walked on
the field medal
against the New Zealand team, Megan, I was like, I don't know about this.
Exactly.
So
now, I'm looking at her name right now.
Unfortunately, for Giannis Antetokounmpo in Greece, doesn't look promising for them as they lost their second group game against Australia today.
Well, I guess you're finding out when you have Giannis with a bunch of Thanasis. That's what happened.
Yeah, their guard play is questionable at best.
So Greece looks like they'll be one and done in this Olympics, even though shout out to Giannis for get his team Greece to the Olympics by winning the qualifier.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that the Bucks are taking note.
Yeah.
Please quit employing his brothers.
And as my
Megan dropping that mic, yes,
they got to keep at least one though, Megan. That's in Giannis' contract.
As Megan brought up her,
if it is, I feel for the Bucks. Oh man,
I'm sure one of them is, but goodness, both of them.
Right.
Yeah, it is what it is. As Megan brought up earlier, Coco Gauff took one on the chin in straight set to Donna Vekic.
She fought hard the first set, but I think the pressure of actually losing that first set and probably wanting to force points and force moments, I think it got to her in the second.
Yeah, she didn't play like
she's still really young.
Yeah,
she's still really young. And like you said, I think she has a lot of room to grow in her game.
Yeah.
And we're just seeing the beginning. This is just the beginning.
I mean, she was ranked number 2 in the world in the French Open, and she's only 20. So I'm like, okay. So yeah, if she's number 2 now and she stays as hungry as she has been the previous 4 or 5 years we've seen her grow into this moment, oh yeah, she's gonna be the world's number 1 in a couple of years easily. Yeah, I'm not concerned.
Like I said, 2028. Is she gonna be a beast? She got into a look. She got frustrated about some calls in that second set too. She wasn't scoring off of her volleys and everything like she normally does. Off her serves. She just, sometimes you just get out there, you get flustered, you get off your game a little bit. The other person's not off their game, and they get you.
Yeah,
it happens. But
I mean, Vekic is nothing to sneeze at, so I'm not surprised. Yeah,
but her and Taylor Swift was handling business last time I checked, and they're mixed doubles match. So she's not done in Paris just yet. Okay, she's not done.
Well, I'm glad she was playing more tennis. I'm glad about that.
Yeah,
single wise, she's ousted, but not in the women's double and the mixed double. So she still has opportunity to do
still got some opportunities. That's good.
Yeah.
And back to basketball, that just finished about 45 minutes ago. Victor Wembanyama and France survive against Japan in overtime.
Don't adjust your TV sets, ladies and gentlemen. Megan Price is beaming wide from one ear to the other.
Hey,
her boy Victor.
It was a little questionable, but Japan looked gassed in the overtime minutes.
Was it gas or was it the 4-point play that they let happen?
Right.
The gassing might be what let the 4-point play happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm not the biggest Rudy Gobert fan, so I don't know. There are times when I just think he's not a team player, and it shows in moments like this. But despite that, they seem to be doing well. So of course I'm rooting for Wemby.
You cannot be alluding to the end of Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals this year. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
I'm talking about his entire career.
Well, Megan, basketball, so of course you're not a fan of Rudy Gobert.
Right, yeah.
Oh, I fully understand why you're not.
You know what I'm saying?
I fully understand why you're not a fan of Gobert. I'm not either, for pretty much the same reason as you. But
you don't run around punching the shortest guy on your team, You don't
How
suck
stupid
him
is
out.
that?
I don't have any respect for Rudy Gobert.
And that's why
sorry.
nobody helped him when he got put in a rear naked choke.
Shortest guy in the team. Yeah.
Oh my god. That would do it for a round of 11.